Hi everybody, my name is Ron Cantor and you're watching Out of Zion on God TV. And today we're filming in mini Israel, that's M-I-N-I, tiny Israel. If you wanted to come and see all of Israel in one day, this is the place right in the heartland of Israel, Latrun, where you can see all kinds of things such as the King David Hotel, built in the 1920s. This is Israel's most famous hotel, and I got news for you. This might be the closest I ever get to staying in there. I've had breakfast in there once or twice. Now, this is the hotel where dignitaries stay. In fact, right now, while we're filming, Donald Trump is staying there. You're seeing this a few months later. George Bush has stayed here, Condoleezza Rice, President Obama. You can find the signatures of Winston Churchill inside, of Albert Einstein and Gandhi. Really, everybody who is somebody has stayed in the King David Hotel when they are in Israel. But it has a rich history in regards to Israel's independence. You see, after World War I, Great Britain was given control over this area. It was called British Mandate Palestine. They took 80% of Palestine and they created the country of Jordan. But then they still ruled the 20% of Palestine that you know as modern-day Israel, the whole of Israel. And in 1946, this was used, or at least one wing of it was used, as the British military headquarters. And so the Jewish freedom fighters who were fighting for their own nation, they saw themselves at war with the British. So the Irgun, one of the organizations that were fighting for freedom, they entered into the kitchen. They tied up the Arab staff. They planted bombs all throughout the area that would explode the British military headquarters, and then they untied the Arabs and they said, run, go home, because they didn't want to kill anybody. However, when they called up the hotel, they talked to an operator and they said, listen, in 20 minutes, this thing is going to blow. You need to get everybody out of there. Well, she gave it to a nearby commander. He talked on the phone, didn't believe it, and hung up. So 20 minutes later, when it blew up, sadly, 90 British, Arab, and Jewish people died. That was never the goal of the mission. The goal of the mission was to destroy the headquarters. However, if there was a silver lining in this tragedy, it's that public opinion in Great Britain turned against the idea of the British being here in the Jewish homeland. And they ended up throwing up their hands and saying to the UN, you take it, we don't want to be here anymore. And of course, in 1947, November 29th, the UN voted that Israel could become a nation. And here I am 70 years later, not only in many Israel, but I'm in the rebirthed nation of Israel. Now, after the explosion, they added 2 top floors, but if you look right there in the middle, that is President Sarkozy and his wife. You remember she was a little bit taller than him. 401, if you want to know. That's the presidential suite, or so a tour guide just told me. And next to them is Mr. and Mrs. Bush. I don't know why they didn't get the presidential suite, but again, this is the amazing, historic King David Hotel. Now, make sure you go to God.tv so you never miss an episode, and you can always find me at roncantor.com. Shalom from mini Israel.
Please follow Ron on Twitter and Facebook at Ron S. Cantor to find out more about Ron and his ministry. For more information on God TV and the Out of Zion programs, or to view these programs again, go to god.tv/Zion.
Shalom, everybody. I'm Ron Cantor, the Regional Director for God TV in Israel. And I got to tell you something. I moved to Israel almost 20 years ago with one goal in mind: to reach my people with the good news of Yeshua the Messiah. And not long ago, we birthed something called Shalanu.tv. Because of you, because of the gifts of God TV partners, Shalanu.tv, a cooperative ministry with many Israeli ministries and Arab ministries, Shalanu TV became the first Hebrew-speaking Messianic cable channel broadcasting the good news of Yeshua to the nation. Now, as you probably know, we were taken off the air a few months after that. And within 3 hours, we were back up on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube. We are not giving up and we're not backing down. We love the Jewish people. As I said, I moved here because of this burning love inside of me for them to know our Messiah. In fact, we call Shalanu, Shalanu, because it means ours. And Yeshua, hu echad me'etanu, he is one of ours. He came from this nation. So I want to thank you during this 25th anniversary for birthing Shalanu TV. And I want to encourage you to continue to pray, continue to support Shalanu TV, because as we reach the Jewish people with their Messiah, with their Yeshua, according to Paul, that's going to release a greater riches revival all throughout the world. That's in Romans 11, verse 12 and verse 15. When the Jewish people who originally rejected Yeshua accept him, it's going to release revival. So friends, here we are 25 years into it. We're not giving up. We're moving forward, and you are reaching the Jewish people with the good news of Yeshua. And not just the Jewish people, you are reaching people all throughout the world. God bless you on this 25th anniversary for God TV. Shalom.